Hello, my Sagittarius friends, and welcome. My name is Alyssa, and this is my channel of New Direction. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so excited you could be here, and if not, thank you for returning. So this is an actual zodiac sign reading. This is the first month that I've actually tried to go about actually publishing the individual zodiac sign readings. So you guys, I think, are number 6, maybe lucky number 6, I think, 6 or 7. So I've kind of got it figured out. So we're going to get into it. I guess a couple of housekeeping things before we do get into it. Everyone's home, obviously. My dogs are home, my kids are home, my boyfriend's home. He sometimes is actually the bigger pain in the arse for interruptions. I cuss a little bit, okay? So if that's a issue for you, consider this your warning. I do cuss. If shit's a cuss word, I'm gonna cuss a lot. I have already pulled 3 sets of oracle cards. So I've pulled from the energy oracle cards, the animal spirit oracle, and the angel oracles. And if you ever have any questions about which decks I'm using or whatever, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm always, or ask in the comments. I'm always up for, to chit chat. So let's get into this. So the oracle cards that I pulled, they were kind of giving us an overall theme to the month of May here. And Sagittariuses, you guys have a fairly fun looking month ahead of you. So the energies that came out from the energy oracle deck, the first card that came out was the Garden and the Gate. And the second one that came out was Caring Connections. Caring Connections in this one looks, fairly romantic. It does, but this is not necessarily just talking about a romantic connection, okay? This is literally talking about a connection on any sort of relationship front, okay? Whether that's work, whether that's friends, whether that's just building connections with the people, with your people in your community, okay? That's what this is talking about. So this Garden in the Gate, though, this is where this is the important card in this overall energies. So this girl here, okay, she looks sweet and innocent, and she's standing in this beautiful, full, very abundant garden, right? She looks happy. She does, okay? But the hills beyond that gate, they look green, and they look prosperous, and they look like she could continue to grow out there, right? And she's looking at that. She's looking at those hills and that sunshine and what is beyond the gate. And this card is really asking you to look beyond the gate. Is there a gate in your life that is keeping you in your safe place, but are you being called to go beyond that? Okay? This is talking about, as this is the overall theme, the overall energies to the theme of this month, guys, this is talking about going beyond the gate in Caring Connections. What connections are you moving beyond your safety, your safe haven? What are you moving into? Where is that, where is that changing? This girl here, see here, she's actually got the key for this gate. She's got the key on her neck. The choice is yours. The ability to be able to go through your gate into the hills, to begin and grow something that is going to change, that is going to bring you a lot of abundance. Like those hills, there is a lot of room to grow, okay? And that's what this card's discussing. It's talking about being in, your garden, your safe place, but trusting that beyond those gates, you are going to be able to grow and manifest. You are going to be able to create more, okay? At the bottom of that deck actually was the 5th chakra. And this is your throat chakra, okay? So this is talking about the communication, okay? Your chakras, if you don't know very much about chakras, we're built up of 7 chakras, right? And they all kind of like, they're all kind of like the energy source, and the 5th chakra is our energy source for our vocation, okay? For how we speak to the world, how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to spirit, what we put out there, okay? This is talking about that kind of communicating. If you are afraid of communicating what it is in your life that you want to go beyond and into, okay, maybe this could be talking about, some sort of fear, some sort of blockages, that is preventing you from telling these caring connections in your life about what it is that's in these hills, you know, about what you dream of building in these hills, what you dream of growing in these hills, you know. And I say that it could be a fear of it because anxiety was behind this communication, okay? And I really feel like there's a lot of fear of what people are going to say, what people are going to think, okay? Are you going to go and put yourself out there and then somebody smash up all of your hopes and dreams, you know, and you feel heartbroken because people aren't going to, you know, kind of be on the same wavelength as you, okay? But you need to trust, okay? Strength comes in there. It does. You know, strength comes with strength, it literally actually does. The angel of strength, okay? This anxiety was followed by broken heart and then this strength, okay? So this is talking about, you know, working through the fears. Maybe there has been things in your life that have, you know, maybe you've already tried to go through that garden or that gate kind of once in your life, right? And you kind of got harshly shut down and now you're afraid. You're afraid to actually go forward and try that. You know that you're being called to do that, you know, but there is that kind of fear, okay? So these are kind of just overall, and guys, this is a general reading, okay? So please don't try to fit please don't try to make things fit in your life that don't fit, okay? It doesn't mean that the message isn't true or the message isn't, it just might not be the message for you, okay? So remember that. So again, for the overall energies and kind of, theme to the month of May here, Sagittarius, I think this is just, what it's really talking about is, what do you want to go forward to? What are you wanting to build towards? What kind of caring connections are you wanting to build? Because all you have to do is communicate those to life, okay? So the animal spirit oracles that you pulled, so these are overall energies that you're being asked to embrace for the month of May. And the animal you pulled was the groundhog spirit. And this says, time to let go, okay? And the groundhog spirit is talking about that rebirth, okay? It's talking about that things must die, cycles must come to an end so that you can go forward. You have to allow things to end. You have to allow things to finish so that you can rebuild, so that you can go forward, so that you can start anew, okay? The energy on the card on the bottom of that deck was the swan spirit, and it says, time for a deep dive. And that's talking about going below the surface, okay? Going below that kind of surface level of yourself and really digging down deep into who it is, into who you want to be in this life. As a spiritual person, as a spiritual being, you know, we are all just, you know, spiritual beings here learning our lesson, okay? So the groundhog spirit is really talking about, you know, you need to allow the things that you are holding on to tightly. You need to allow those, you know, just kind of give those fears over. You know, give those fears over to spirit. Allow those to be, just allow yourself to let them go, you know, and then dive down deep into who you really are. Dive down deep into, and if you are finding that it's hard to, you know, let go of some things, that's the part where you need to start diving down, okay? That's the part where if you are holding on to certain things in your life, okay? And that's going to be different for everybody, okay? Everybody's going to have something different that we're holding on to, you know? And I'm sure that when I say that, there's going to be that thing inside of you that kind of tingles and it's like, you're holding on to me. And you're going to know, you're going to know that. We all, you know, readings like this, especially general readings like this, you know, half of the message is by how you apply it to your life, okay? I just say what I feel and what comes across the cards. How you apply it to your life is really where the power all starts, okay? So the angel cards that you pulled, actually you pulled one, and it was clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Clear intentions. And that comes to, you know, this this fifth chakra. It's about speaking your truth, speaking your clarity, okay? Speaking what it is that you want into this world. And that doesn't even necessarily mean to other people. You know, if you're in the beginning stages of just speaking, you know, if you're in the beginning stages of this garden in the gate and you're just speaking it, you know, for the universe to hear, speaking it so that you can hear it. Start writing that stuff down, okay? I'm a big journaler. Actually, I don't know if that's a word. I like to journal. I don't know if I'd be a journalist, because I'm not really a journalist. I journalist my own life, but I don't know if that's how I would describe it. But anyway, if you are not somebody who journals regularly, I very highly recommend it. That is where, you know, it's a place to actually solidify, okay, the growing stages that you're doing every day. When you're writing that actually down on paper, you are putting that into a 3D form. You are liberating yourself. You are creating power and momentum from literally just writing down your thoughts. It's a very powerful thing. So before I got sidetracked in that, I was discussing the angel cards. Sorry guys, some days I do get all over the place. So Crystal Clear Intentions was the card that came out, but the card on the bottom was remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. And you are. So totally are. Fiery little beings, you. Okay, so that is the overall themes from the Oracle cards actually for this month. So we are going to get into the tarot. So for the tarot, we're going to ask 3 different questions. So the first question is kind of going to be, where are you right now in this situation? And, you know, and where are you more or less in the lines of how it's serving your higher intentions, okay? We need to, yeah, we need to very much, like, it's important that we choose our paths and choose our alignments, you know, choose our reactions to life based on our highest intentions, okay? So, Spirit, where is the Sagittarius at right now? Where are they at in this journey right now? That's a lot of cards, Spirit. That's not going to work. You're going to have to give us a few more. Okay. Oh. Fool. I seen the Fool. Actions that you're asking the Sagittarius to take, Spirit. Actions you're asking the Sagittarius to take for this higher intentions road. Actions, Spirit, are you asking the Sagittarius to take? Actions. Ooh, smoke-a-doodles. Wow. Okay. Spirit's got a lot to say to you guys today. And where might this evolve? Yeah, of course. Seriously. All right, guys. Holy smokes. At the bottom of the deck, you had the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess well, for one, she's extremely intuitive. Look at her eyes here. If you look closely enough, you might see what I'm talking about. Okay, so see this? This is this veil, okay? And the High Priestess is talking about being able to kind of see in 2 separate realms, okay? She is just such a connected being. She is so passionate and focused and unwavering in her faith, okay? So much so that she can see on both kind of sides of the veil. She can understand from a spiritual point of view as much as a 3D, you know, point of view. So as the underlying, which an underlying is kind of the foundation, okay? The underlying, when it's the bottom of the deck, it's talking about the foundation, okay? They're kind of roots in the base to the whole kind of, you know, to the situation. As an underlying, this is saying that the connection is there, you know? There is that spiritual connection. Maybe it's just opening and aligning yourself up to allow for that communication to come in more clearly, right? Because when you open yourself up to it, you know, you start hearing it more, right? Like you start feeling, your intuition starts speaking louder, okay? So, where you are at right now, the Fool, first one. Okay, like, yep, here you are. And the Fool has that whole kind of new, like here, see here how she's just kind of like trust falling off this cliff. She's got all these lessons up here, and these are the lessons of her life, okay? These are things that she has, you know, that she's learned. She's she's inquired up until this point, okay? And here, you know, this is her faith. This is a crystal here, you know, and this is just kind of that, like, she's got all of her life lessons, but she's also got her faith kind of in this hand here, right? And she's falling into spirit. And that is what this is saying. The Fool at times can be talking about, you know, not looking before you step. But as this card, I really feel like it's that spiritual kind of step, you know, and just trusting that what is to come will be there when you make that step. Because that is the Fool. The Fool just sets out on the journey and trusts that spirit is going to be there. You know, the Fool aligns itself to a direction, or a smart Fool aligns themselves to the direction in which they know is serving their higher intention. It's what they are being drawn and called to do, okay? They've listened to their intuition, and they know this is the way this is what I'm being asked. This is where I'm, you know, finding the passion. This is where my creativity lies, you know? And as the Fool, they just trust it. So they take the step, okay? They take the step. The Fool followed by the Hermit. This is not just a step that you take out of, you know, not thinking this through. This is a step that you have come very, very far to get to, okay? See here? See this pathway all the way up here? This is a quiet pathway. This is a place where you have blocked out the noise. This is a place where you have not allowed the outside world to influence what you and spirit have created, okay? This is a spot where you have just sat and found what burns inside of you, the light that is in you, okay? This is where you have connected with whoever that is spiritually to you and really allowed that fire and that spark, that direction to illuminate, okay? And from there, from this Hermit stage, you've gone forward now as this Fool stage, you know? And if you haven't taken this spot to be in the Hermit stage yet, you need to, okay? Because the Queen of Cups was behind that Hermit stage. And look at this powerful woman. Okay, she's sitting here in the water. She's got a singing bowl. She's literally shooting powers out of here. Okay, she's got this crown up here. Her third eye, it's illuminated. She is like the High Priestess, guys. Again, that powerfully intuitive. Okay, she's that trusting. She is that strong. She literally can manifest and shoot powers out of her hands. Okay, when you take the time in this new beginning, you know, this is what this is saying, you know, in this situation, in this new beginning, you know, you've sat, you've listened to your intuition. You have now aligned yourself to a higher intuition or a higher intentions, okay? You've aligned yourself to higher purposes, a higher kind of frequency, okay? And when you align yourself to that higher frequency, you start actually, you know, manifesting and creating powers like this, okay? You start to be able to change the things around you, you know, and quite dramatically. It's amazing, really, when you align yourself with the purpose and that true kind of authentic drive as to why you are doing that, you know? And that Hanged Man in reverse, actually. So the Hanged Man upside down, it's talking again about kind of like that time out stage with the Hermit. You know, it's talking about putting yourself in a suspension. But as the Hanged Man reverse, this is that liberating, you know, that liberation stage out of that kind of time out stage. And now you have been given the go ahead, you know, Spirit's been like, this is the way you're going forward. You know, you've taken the time to sit with Spirit here, okay? You've taken the time, you knew where you were going with this, okay? With this new whole step, and you embraced the power that came along with it, okay? And from all of that, Spirit is saying, now is time, okay? Now is time. Take yourself out of the Hanged Man. It is time to start putting your actions or putting your intentions into actions. That's a better way to phrase that, okay? You've taken that time to sit with Spirit. You've really thought this out, okay? You have begun to start manifesting these powers that you have. Now go, okay? Now go. Get out there. Get out there and start making this magic happen, because I'm telling you, it's happening. So the actions that you are going to be taking, or that you're being asked to take. Remember, this is just My interpretation. So please do not go and put yourself in situations that are not right for you. Okay? But there's movement here, guys. You are literally taking the reins of your life and you are driving this chariot where the heck you want to go. Okay? And there is color and inspiration and fire, because you are on fire for this. Okay? And if you are not, then you need to sit back and you need to reevaluate, because this direction change in your life, it should be inspiring you. You should be on fire about it. You should be like this crazy little Aladdin up here, okay? Just riding this chariot and directing it in whichever way you want to go, because the momentum is here. The chariot is moving, okay? Like spirit is behind you, and those horses that you have harnessed, you know, you're good and you're bad. You know, you're light and you're dark. And you have to remember, there is that in everybody. We have to be able to take both the good and the darkness and roll with them forward, right? Because there's always going to be good and darkness and light, and you need to, in life, and you need to be able to understand that when, you know, sometimes when the dark horse, you know, starts acting up, that's okay. The white horse just needs to, you know, speed up a little bit, okay? But there's always going to be that balance in life. So please don't ever think that I only want 2 white horses, because that's just not going to be how it works, okay? But there's this change here. There's this momentum, okay? Something is happening. Something is growing, and you are going to be feeling it, okay? This momentum, this change, probably to get you through that gate, right? It's going. And the Page of Wands was behind that, okay? Check this girl out, okay? The Page of Wands, the Wands are often talking about our spiritual beings. And the Page of Wands is just that beginning to that, you know, to that whole spiritual kind of evolution of this whole new journey, okay? She's like, yep, I have learned up here, these are her wands. And she's like, yeah, I've learned these lessons, okay? Yes, I have learned so much in my life. It has taken me a lot to become the person that I am. But here, I know exactly where I want to go from here. I know what the higher intentions are that I want to, you know, strive to be. I know what that kind of life looks like to me, okay? And I'm enthusiastic about it, and I'm going forward. The Two of Wands, this is a change in direction, okay? This can be a change in a whole lot of things. This can literally be move, travel, change in religion, change in jobs, change in it, but it is literally talking about sitting here and looking out in the window and being like, where am I going to go next? Okay? There is change here, guys. You have change. You're sitting in this garden, like sitting in this garden, right? But change is here. Okay? Start putting those thoughts, start putting that, you know, those hopes and those dreams, start putting them out there. Okay? Start allowing those dreams to come true. Let go of the fear, like the groundhog spirit said, right? Let go of the fear. Let go of the things that are holding you back. Let go of the things that are keeping you attached in your garden. Because as beautiful as your garden is, there's a gate and a wall, and you can only go so far. And the world is meant to be explored, okay? Your soul is meant to explore beyond just your garden. Just because you walk out of your garden doesn't mean you can't go back into it some days and close the gate, okay? No, you still have your garden. Don't worry about that. But you just get to go beyond it, okay? That change is here, guys. And the Page of Swords, this is talking about, you know, still learning more, okay? This was after this change. This is talking about you don't know everything yet, okay? You're right. You still have a ways to go. You're in the beginning stage. You know, you have the Page of Wands and you have the Page of Swords, okay? Yes, you're still in this beginning stage. But it's talking about, the Page of Swords can actually be talking about speaking your truth, okay, speaking your clarity, knowing that this is what I want, this is what I'm going for, this is where I'm going, okay? But the Page of Swords is kind of, the swords are often about our thought processes and our clarity and our, you know, just the intellectual kind of side of our beings. And as a Page of Swords, it's just kind of that beginning, again, that very enthusiastic kind of beginning stage, you know, and not being able to absorb enough of the information, being excited and just wanting to learn more, okay? And open yourself up. This is the opportunity for you to learn more, okay? This is a great spot for you to do that. Behind that is the Strength, you know, and the Strength is talking like, oh, do you not love this card? I love this card. Seriously. I think I want to go out for Halloween as her. But look, like seriously, just half the lion, right? And that lion is coming from deep down inside of her. And it's not a big, you know, noisy lion, okay? This is a calm lion. This is a lion that knows that strength is deep down within her, okay? That roar comes from her soul. But even as she is this lion within her soul, she is still gentle enough to be able to pet the lamb, okay? Because she knows that. She knows that that strength is stronger when controlled. She knows that just going out and being loud, okay? Just going out and proving, oh, you know, I'm loud and I can roar louder than the rest of them. That proves nothing, okay? She knows what true strength is all about. It comes from deep down inside of her, okay? It comes from a solid foundation of faith. And behind that was the Nine of Swords, okay? And you have to have that solid, solid faith, solid foundation of faith, okay? Because the Nine of Swords, this happens in all of our lives. This is talking about worries. This is talking about the things in our lives that keep us up at night, okay? The things in our lives that we think about, we overprocess, okay? We worry about, we allow them to cause us lack of sleep, okay? Things that hurt us, things that break our hearts, whether that's people or places or things or work or, you know, just our own fears, our own doubts, whatever it is, okay? As the groundhog spirit said, please let that go, okay? Dive below the surface, figure it out. What is actually holding you back? What is your fear? What is your attachment to this? You know, things like this have to come down, okay? The Nine of Swords, those are not, those are things that you liberate yourself from when you understand that whatever you are facing is merely a lesson, okay? And yep, sometimes those lessons are hard and sometimes those lessons aren't nice to, you know, really feel, but we start there, okay? That lesson is step one. Where we go from there is going to determine the kind of human that we are going to be on the other side of that lesson, right? Okay, so the actions, you know, guys, this changes here. This changes here. Embrace it. Embrace it as a brand new spiritual person. You know, as that Page of Wands. Embrace it as an enthusiastic new spiritual being. Okay? Do. Embrace it. Allow the change to happen. Look forward. Be inspired by the change. Look for the things in your life that you do want to change. Okay? Where do you want to see that change? Do you want to move? Okay, if you want to move, pick your garden. Pick your gate up and go, baby, go. Okay? Go. So what this could potentially evolve into, this whole situation, you know, as you maintain that higher kind of road of intentions, you know, as you maintain, and I mean, it's not always going to be perfect, okay? It's not. There are going to be days where, just like any other human, you're going to fall off the track, okay? But on those days, remember, okay, time out, let's rewind, let me get my intentions back to where they need to be and focus and go again, right? Like the angel spirit said, or the angel card said, clear intentions, right? And remember who you are, okay? Those are so important. Focus on what you want with unwavering faith. And remember who you are, okay? Remember who that spiritual being is deep down inside your soul. Because you are one of a kind. You are unique, okay? So what could evolve from all of this, you know? Was the Ace of Cups. That was the first one. That's a brand new opportunity. That's a brand new cup, a brand new situation, something coming into your life and being offered to you, you know, that is for you, you know, and it could be a new relationship. It could be a new love. It could be a new work opportunity. Okay. It could be a whole list of things, but it's something that comes in with a lot of, you know, a lot of inspiration, a lot of joy. Look, there's a heart, and see this? This is like holy water literally falling out of it. It almost looks like a feather, but it's actually water pouring out. Hi, baby. Are you going out to find Mace? You might need a sweater because it's kind of chilly. It's sunny, but it's windy. Okay. You can try to tell kids to put coats on a million times a day. It never matters. Okay, this is a new opportunity, though. This is a new, something that's coming in for you that is literally just, it is going to excite you. It is. This opportunity towards you. Now, this isn't an opportunity that obviously is just going to come in all gift wrapped and, you know, you just get $1 million and here you go. No, not quite, okay? You do have to work for cups. You do have to still put in effort for things like this, okay? We don't just get freebies all through life, you know. We do get things, we do get blessings and we do get beautiful gifts given into our lives, but it's how we choose to accept them. It's how we choose to actually put those gifts into work, okay? And that's going to be the same for this, okay? So behind this Ace of Cups was the Three of Swords. And I'm going to pull a clarifier on this Three of Swords. But the Three of Swords is talking just about heartaches, okay? It is. It's talking about those tough times in our lives, okay? And kind of that behind Three of Swords was the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is talking about the flexibility and the balance in life. And I think what this is really saying is, you know, good things are going to come. Okay, good opportunities are going to come in your life. But there's still going to be heartache in life. Like, we're never going to be able to completely rid the heartache, you know? Somebody's going to say something, somebody's going to hurt your feelings, somebody's going to, you know, be snobby or gee or whatever the case may be, okay? Your feelings might still get hurt, even if this opportunity comes in. Even if this gift is just for you, there might still be people out there that have something to say about that, okay? It's just learning to be flexible, guys, okay? It's allowing to just go with the flow of life, okay? Don't get caught up in other people's negativities and other people's bullshit, really, because let them take that back to their own pasture, really. It's not for you. I'm going to pull a clarifier, though, on those ones. I'm actually going to pull... Okay, so after that Two of Pentacles was the Two of Cups, okay? And that, to me, is just saying, even, you know, kind of on this line here, before I clarify it, that Three of Swords, you know, even if those opportunities do come in, you know, and even if the people are still talking their shit, you know, as you learn to be flexible and as you just allow some things in life just to go, because you do, okay? You can't fight it all the time. You can't fight everybody's shit. You just kind of have to allow, whatever. They're going to do their thing. That's fine. That's on them. That's not up. Okay? But they have to say that's whatever. Even if it is about you, you know, even if their shit, their words are about you, whatever. This Two of Cups is saying there's still hope to be built. Okay? Whether, you know, those caring connections here, you know, there's still going to be beautiful caring connections here that you are going to build happiness with, cups with. Okay, I want to clarify this, though, before I get going any further. Okay, what is this Ace of Cups, Spirit? Can you clarify this Ace of Cups for us? What is this Ace of Cups, Spirit? The Ace of Cups was followed by the World. So, the World, that's kind of where I was going with this. What's the Three of Swords? What's the Three of Swords? Okay. Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups. Spirit, what is the Two of Cups? What is the Two of Cups? Two of Cups, Spirit. Could you clarify the Two of Cups for me? Two of Cups, please. What is the Two of Cups? Two of Cups is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is the Ten of Wands. Excellent. Okay. So after this clarification, the Empress was at the bottom of the deck. So this is talking about being able to birth anything that you want. Having the ability here with Spirit to manifest and create the things in your life that you want to create, that you want to bring into your life. Okay, so the Ace of Cups was clarified by the World here. And the World is talking about looking at your life in a whole and understanding that it took all the parts, you know, that there had to be good parts, there had to be bad parts, because the bad parts helped, you know, make the good parts even better, okay? This is talking about this cup and that, yes, this cup, this opportunity, you know, is coming, is for you, right? But it's how you, this cup is only going to be as special as it is if you allow it, if you open your heart up to it, okay? If you open yourself up to actually be able to see the greater kind of picture, okay? It might not just be a new sports car. It might not be a whole bunch of money in your bank account. It might just be an opportunity that's given to you that, you know, you have to put some work into, but that could really change your life. But it depends on how you look at that cup. It depends how you view it. When it's given to you, are you going to look at it and be like, what is this? This is a half-empty cup. I don't want this cup. Or are you going to look at it and be like, wow, I got a cup and it's half full. Yes! It holds water. I can add more. You know? How are you going to look at that cup? What's going to be your view on it, right? The Three of Swords was clarified by the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this Three of Swords was clarified, actually, they go like this. Was clarified by the Tower and then the Seven of Pentacles. The Tower is the things, Tower moments in our lives, those are things that need to come down. Okay, those are situations, they can be relationships, they can be thought patterns, it doesn't matter. Tower moments happen in all different aspects, all different situations of our lives. They're things that have to come down, okay? They are. And a tower moment comes crumbling down, and the, okay, and the dust all in your face. But when the dust settles, you move forward. Okay, and that is what tower moments are here to align us to do. And that's what the Three of Swords is saying, is they're still going, just because, you know, you put yourself on these higher intentions and you put yourself on this higher frequency in life, it does not mean that there isn't going to be tower moments in your life. That's okay. Even if those tower moments are heartbreaking, even if those tower moments are hard at the time to acknowledge and to overcome. Okay? It's just understanding that they needed to happen. They needed to happen so that you could change your direction. Okay, they needed to happen because there had to be a shift somewhere in something that needed to go. And a tower moment doesn't have to be like a huge, massive breakdown. It literally can just be the way that you have been thinking, okay? The process and how you have been going about your thoughts. It can just be breaking that down and being like, ugh, you know, I've been such a cynical, negative, toxic person to myself. I'm shedding that skin and I'm going forward, okay? I'm shedding that old way of thinking and I'm moving forward. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's talking about the seeds that you sow, okay? It's talking about, and see here how Spirit is like, there's all of this power actually going. It's kind of like that Queen of Cups, right? All that power from your hands, right? It's Spirit working through your hands, okay? It's Spirit working through your life. That's what that depiction is saying, okay? And here your pentacles, they are planted deep down in the soil, right? And this beautiful little tree is starting to grow, okay? And it's talking about planting the seeds, putting the work in, okay? It is. Actually one of my favorite readers described it last night, and she was like, you plant the seeds in the darkness, okay? You sow seeds deep down in the darkness, in the dirt. And then you pray, and you pray, and you pray, okay? And to me, when it comes with these two cards, you know, what Jane said made perfect sense, you know? Because here, in this heartbreak, in the heartbreak and in the tower moment, the seeds still need to be planted. The intentions still must be started so that you can go forward, so that you have something already growing, okay? Because no matter what has come, no matter that heartbreak that has happened, you know, it was merely a change in your direction. It was merely a pause, hold up, you can't keep going this way. You have to change, you have to shift, okay? And you have the Chariot and the Two of Wands here, guys. You are changing, okay? And the Garden and the Gate started it, okay? You're looking at change. You are looking at making that change. And I'm not saying that that change is going to be this huge kind of like overwhelming change, okay? Not at all. I think that this change is going to be something that you open-heartedly very much accept, you know, and you're excited and on fire to see. I do. You have 2 pages out, right? I do. So this Two of Pentacles, this balance, okay, this flexibility, this understanding in life, okay, it was clarified by the Five of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Wands, and then the 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is talking about, you know, coming from this place of hard time, coming from, you know, this can be talking about loneliness, financial ruins, like just not even financial ruins, but financial struggles, okay? But see here how moonlight is in this, back on this door here, and it's kind of illuminating this key over here in this corner, right? It's talking about Spirit always being there in the darkness, you know, and even through the hard times, Spirit has always been there, okay? But from here, there's this new beginning, okay? The Ace of Wands, something that is literally sparking fire inside your soul, a new way forward, a new creative idea on how and what and where you want to go from here, okay? And behind it was the 10 of Pentacles. That new idea brings a whole heck of a lot of abundance, okay? For you and your family, you know, and anybody else who you want to, you know, bless with all of these gifts that you have, you know, bless with your beautiful personality, you know, and all of this growing, you know. And you guys, Sagittarius being a fire sign, like, you are such a passionate, very powerful person, right? Like, you, when something sparks you, when you feel that fire inside you, you're called to do it. Like, it like ignites inside you and you're like, whoa, yeah, I'm on fire. I'm going to do this, right? And that true passion, when you align yourself to the things in life that are going to serve a higher intention, you know, but that still spark that kind of fire inside you, like, you're almost unstoppable, okay? You are. When you realize that kind of power that you have, that, you know, you do. You just start, you kind of like the Ace of Wands, right? You can just literally set flame to almost anything you set your mind to. You know, beautiful color, magical flames. Okay, so this Two of Wands, this connection, okay, this building of two, okay, this duality here, the filling of cups, you know, you and someone, and you sharing something with someone and filling cups, okay? This comes, and it was clarified by the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is such a, like, here she is, she's packed up her stuff and she's left the mountain, okay? And the Ten of Wands is talking about cycles and burdens and things in life that you have just overcome. You know, you have overcome, and you have come, like, as that whole cycle completes, and you have, you know, put in a crap ton of hard work, you know, and you have overcome the burdens in life, and you have overcome your fears, and you have overcome whatever it is that you have had to overcome. You know, it's a liberating thing, but it's also something that from here you can go forward and be like, oh, I learned that lesson, and I'm going to build with you, and I'm going to build with you, and I'm going to build with you, and I'm going to share my light because I've got lots of light and lots of knowledge to give. Okay? It really... You guys have... Yeah, Sages. Yay. This is... I'm not sure what you're up to, and you're all probably going to be up to something very different, but... Focus on it. Focus on it with unwavering, like, that clear intention, right? And trust it. Really have... Okay, so we're going to pull from the wild unknown, and I would like to pull some, just some unknown facts that might be at play. There's some unknown factors to this month, Spirit, that might be at play. Sagittarius friends, that's too many. I'll take those two because I've seen them. Factors for the Sagittariuses. Oh, why? So you got the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. So the Eight of Wands is talking about a change again. And it's talking about a change kind of coming in rather quickly, I think. I think whatever, oh, Spirit, I'm after one or two. One or two, please. I'm not, sorry. You should never growl at Spirit. Thank you. I got the Two of Wands. Okay. The bottom of the deck actually was the Ten of Wands again. Hey. Can I have that? Ten of Wands. Okay, and it was actually followed by the Star, which is the Blessings card. Okay? This is overcoming overcoming those burdens, overcoming that hard time, okay? And the Ten of Wands, it's talking about, like, it is talking about a fairly strenuous situation, you know, something that you have worked really hard for, and it's kind of been, like, draining, you know, like it's taken a lot out of you to be able to complete that cycle, you know, but you completed it because it was for the best for you, but it was also for the best for others, okay? Like, it was just something that you had to overcome, something that you knew, I have to finish this, you know, this is what, and by doing so, by finishing that, and by completing that cycle, and by, you know, working hard to make sure that was done, you know, you have really kind of leveled up. Okay, you've really come through on whatever that situation was in your life. By overcoming that, you have changed things. You have definitely brought forward or opened the way for a lot of blessings. Okay, a lot of blessings, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of abundance. Whether or not you see that not yet, that's fine, but you have. That's what overcoming those does. So, unknown factors that are at play. Is this change, guys? And see here, like this colorful lightning that just kind of comes in all of a sudden and happens. That's what this is saying. Okay, there's an opportunity here. Something is literally sparked. This is a now kind of moment. Okay, what is growing? What are you growing? What are you changing? What are you like bringing to life here? I want to know. Okay, that's pretty cool change. And behind that was the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. Okay, what are you building what are you building your money off of, right? Where are these pentacles coming from? The Ten of Pentacles is like that one with the family card. It's this one, okay? It's about happiness and abundance for beyond just yourself, okay? This is talking about, the Nine of Pentacles is talking about that kind of self-abundance and building, building that place within yourself. But this is pentacles that you're sharing. This is pentacles that, you are going beyond and being able to share, because that's just your life. Your life has become prosperous from being able to share. And the Fool was behind that, right? Okay? The Fool, again, that journey, just take the leap. This little ducky's never swam before, but he's going to jump off that branch and swim, okay? And not because he knows how, but because he just trusts that he's going to know how, okay? Little mother duck was just like, come on, ducky, swim, 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 right? Just jump. Just have faith, okay? Don't go and jump off, don't go and make stupid decisions. Like if it's like, well, nothing inside me says that that's an okay jump. Okay, then don't jump, because your intuition is saying don't. But if your intuition, if you have sat with spirit and you've taken that time out in that hermit stage, and you are getting that strong, clear, high priestess calling, like jump, I'd be jumping. Okay, I would be. Into a change of direction. Okay, it's here. There is a change here. Where are you going? What are you doing? What change are you going to bring into your life? What change are you going to create here? Are you going to go through that gate? And when you go through that gate, where are you going? All right, guidance. Okay, we're going to ask the Good Tarot for some guidance. That did not work very well. I didn't even get half of them. There are cards all over my table, and for some reason they're sliding all over the place today. Usually they just sit all nicely and I can shuffle and do what I want on top of them, but today that's not how they're going. Probably because they don't want to be inside. We did readings outside for the last couple days, and that was beautiful. But it is cold and windy outside. And I was outside working today, and it was cold. I don't want to go back out there. All right, guidance. Guidance, guidance, guidance for Sagittarius friends. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Ooh, and what is this? Sorry, Ace of Fire. Oh, Ace of Air. Oh, my goodness. And Justice. Wow. Ace of Air. So an Ace of... Thank you. Wow. Strength is on the bottom of that guidance, guys. Again, that's that Lion card, okay? And having that strength deep down inside you. Understanding that you don't need to be noisy and loud and, outrageously powerful, okay? The strength comes from being able to be calm and solid on the inside, okay? That's the underlying to your guidance, okay? That's the root to your guidance. It depends on that inner strength, okay? The Ace of Air, that's a whole new idea, a whole new thought, okay? This is a whole new kind of thinking way forward from here. Changing that thought process, changing your perspective on how you maybe are going to go about things from here on out, okay? And Justice was behind that. When you liberate yourself, okay, when you allow yourself to be able to look at Tower moments and to look at your Three of Sword moments, okay, and understand that those are just, they needed to happen, okay? Those were situations, even if it hurt, even if it broke me, that was something that had to happen. I needed that to happen because that aligned me to this next step, or that brought my attention to something that, maybe I was avoiding, maybe I wasn't paying attention to before, okay? And when you start seeing things for just what they are, okay, it liberates you. It also brings justice and balance, okay, into the situation. And this is talking about like universal kind of spiritual justice, spiritual karma, spiritual balance, like, things beyond your control, okay? And behind that was the Three of Pentacles, okay? This liberation, this justice, okay, the Three of Pentacles is about building things with people, building things for people, building things that are going to sustain people. It's building together, okay? Building pentacles of all things, like money, tangible things, okay? Something that is going to sustain not only you, but others, a business opportunity, maybe. Okay, maybe it's you know, a family business or something like that, or it's, you know, it's working together, collaborating with people. Okay, but building something here, tangible building, money. Okay, that's your guidance. It's a new beginning, okay? As you liberate yourself, as you step into understanding that, well, it's just the flow of life, you know? Sometimes it's going to be good. Sometimes it's going to maybe not be so good. Some days I'm going to have, you know, maybe if it's a work thing, you know, some days you're going to go out and you're going to sell the world, okay? And then maybe the next 2 days you're not going to sell so much. But whatever, it's okay. It's understanding and having faith that is that, okay, but Spirit's not going to let me fail. Okay, I'm not going to fail as long as I stay on my higher intention, as long as I put the work in, like, I'm not going to fail. Okay? All right. Last card. It comes from the Untethered Soul. And I love the Untethered Soul messages. I do. Untethered Soul, what do you have to say to our Sagittarius friends for today? Well, for May, actually. Sagittarius friends. Month of May. Month of May. 2 more shuffles and I'm going to take the top one. See? Excellent. If you choose to center and not participate in extremes, you will come to know the Tao. If you choose to center and not participate in extremes, you will come to know the Tao. That's pretty powerful. All right, Sagittarius friends, that's it. Holy smokes, this was a long reading. Thanks for being here with me. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. All right, bye now.